You may be overusing 9 muscles on your face. I'm going to explain what they are and why you need to stop right now. Most people overuse some of their face muscles. 3 of them are quite obvious. Let's start with them. First is the frontalis muscle, the large muscle on your forehead. We tend to overuse it to keep our eyes open when in fact the orbicularis oculi muscle, the ring muscle around the eyes, should be the one keeping our eyes open, not the frontalis muscle. If you always overuse the frontalis muscle, you are creating wrinkles on your forehead, and now that is completely up to you whether those wrinkles bother you or not, but you may be creating tension on your forehead, maybe even resulting in headaches. So in face yoga, we are learning to relax the frontalis muscle and use the orbicularis oculi muscles instead. Next up is the corrugator muscles, the eyebrow muscles that bring the eyebrows together and even a little bit down, creating 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 wrinkles between the eyebrows, frown lines, also known as 11 lines. They make you look a bit angry and they also may cause tension headaches. So in face yoga, we learn to keep the eyebrows still, the forehead relaxed. The third obvious overuse muscle is the masseter muscle, the main muscle of mastication. It opens the mouth and does this chewing motion. So you obviously need that muscle, but you shouldn't overuse it. You need to eat, but you shouldn't grind your teeth at night, and you also shouldn't bite your teeth together during the day. If you overuse your masseter muscle, you may get TMJ pain, so the temporomandibular joint may become tense, and it can even create this ache that feels a lot like toothache. So in face yoga, we do a lot of exercises to relax the jaw joint and the masseter muscle, and also learn different massage techniques to relax it as well. The next 6 muscles that you may be overusing are a bit more out there. You may have not even heard of them. First up is the LLSAN muscles, levator labii superioris algae nasi muscles. It's the longest muscle name in any of the mammals. And those muscles here, they lift the sides of the nose up. They also lift your upper lip like this. So if you need to sniff, you're overusing those muscles, or you're using those muscles, sniffing may be a good use for them. But a lot of people, myself very much included, tend to overuse them when we smile. So we kind of lift the sides of the nose up to show the front teeth. And then we create a lot of wrinkles here. And of course, these strong nasolabial folds. If you overuse these LLSAN muscles, you're creating these strong nasolabial folds. So in face yoga, we learn to smile more with the zygomaticus major muscles, creating in a more natural, more relaxed smile that also feels a lot better. Then there are the risorius muscle. There are 2 of them. Risorius muscle pulls the mouth to the sides like ee. And if you use it to smile, you're creating a lot of wrinkles here and a lot of tension here where you already may have tension. So pulling your mouth to the sides with the risorius muscle is not really a smile. In face yoga, we learn to relax the risorius muscle and, like said, learn to smile with the zygomaticus major muscle. A more relaxed smile once again. Then there are the DAO muscles, the depressor anguli oris muscles. I'm going to show you some of the muscles here in my fantastic book, Anatomy of Facial Expression. I just love this book. The depressor anguli oris, the DAO muscle, is a triangle-shaped muscle right here. And it pulls the corners of the mouth down. The risorius muscle that pulls The mouth to the sides is right here. The masseter muscle, the main muscle of mastication, is here, a very large muscle. And then obviously the frontalis muscle and the corrugator muscles, the eyebrow muscles. But yeah, the DAO muscles, the depressor anguli oris muscles, pull the corners of the mouth down. Some people tend to use them when they eat, like and that will eventually result in the corners of your mouth turning down all the time. So a bitchy resting face. A lot of people also show empathy with these expressions like, I'm so sorry. I don't even want to demonstrate since I'm teaching my DAO muscles not to do anything. But yeah, a lot of people overuse these muscles here. And in face yoga, obviously, we relax them. Then there is the mentalis muscle here on your chin. And many people push their chin forward all the time, lift their upper lip up all the time. This also ruins the lower teeth. And eventually you will get this sort of orange peel look here on your chin if you keep overusing this muscle. And this will also make the corners of your mouth turn a bit down when you do this. So, mentalis muscle, one of the muscles that we learn to relax. Then there's the orbicularis oris muscle, the ring muscle around your mouth. And you can use that muscle in the right way or the wrong way. The wrong way is, for example, if you're drinking through a straw and keeping this mouth very tight here, or if you're sipping a drink, like if you're smoking. I don't know if anybody smokes it's 2025. I don't know if anybody smokes anymore. I hope not. But if somebody smokes, then a lot of tension here. And also if you just tend to keep your mouth very tightly shut. In face yoga, we learn to keep the mouth relaxed. If you overuse the orbicularis oris muscle, the ring muscle around the mouth, you will get this sort of snout-like look. A lot like the Simpsons. They had this very strong orbicularis oris muscles, apparently. Then the sixth one, the one that you may not even think of overusing, is the platysma muscle, the skin muscle on your neck. It goes from the corners of the mouth down the neck, all the way to the collarbones. And that muscle becomes tense if you pull your mouth to the side. So once again, like, you may notice these vertical lines pop up on your neck. Often the front end of your platysma muscle is first, then the end, and eventually you may notice even this vertical lines even in between the platysma muscles. So the platysma muscle sort of breaks down. Sounds very scary. It's not actually dangerous in any way. It's just not aesthetical to a lot of people. So if you get these vertical lines on your horizontal lines, there are different things. If you get these vertical lines on your neck, those are the platysma muscle breaking down, and they result in you maybe grinding your teeth or pulling your mouth strongly to the sides. Once again, I don't really want to demonstrate. I don't want to break my platysma muscle, but that's a muscle that a lot of people overuse. And if that muscle is tense, it also pulls the corners of the mouth down. Now, I've overused many of these muscles in my day. I've learned to keep most of them relaxed in face yoga in my 8 years of teaching face yoga, but not all of them. You may notice me using my corrugator muscles or using my frontalis muscle. It happens. So please, in the comments, let me know which of these muscles you are overusing yourself. Maybe that will make me feel a lot better. And in the next video, I'm going to explain which muscles you may be underusing. I don't know if that's a word. I have to Google it. Muscles that you may be using too little. The muscles that we in face yoga learn to activate. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now is a really good time to do that. Maybe even press that bell button so that you will get the notification. The next video will come next Wednesday. And if you like this one, thumbs up always helps me, and I'll see you in the next video.